Welcome to my Hebrew channel, Mielabraika. I'm looking at a short passage from Proverbs today. Sometimes I wonder why am I doing these studies? Well, it's good to remind ourselves of certain principles that operate in the world. Applies to everybody. Okay? And in the book of Proverbs, of course, is very much a big contrast between those who live a righteous life and those who live an evil life. And so different things happen to both sides. So today we're looking at what happens, and we're going to focus a little bit on what happens to the evil in the world. And we have a passage from Proverbs: Ner Rashaim Yedak Yedak. So the light of the evil ones, the wicked ones, Yedak will be extinguished, will be put out, will be covered. The dalet is often a dal, like a sheet, dalet, the sheet of a door, dalet, or dal, the sheet of a water vessel. But dal, and also a person who's poor, or dal, he's a thin person. So you have dak. So that's to put a lid on it, cover it, will extinguish that fire, that lamp. Okay, it's a lamp, ner. And we have a contrast here in Proverbs 13:9. Or sadikim yeshama, the light of the righteous ones is happy. And it isn't just that the light is happy, but the righteous ones are happy, and the light shows it. So the light of the righteous rejoices. In other words, as the light rejoices, the righteous ones rejoice with that light. We're happy when the light is working. In recent months, the electricity in our home has gone out a lot, and so we're happy when the light is on. So, Vener Rashaim Yidak, and the light, but, and this one's contrasting valve here, Vener Rashim, of the evil ones, Yidak, will be extinguished, will be covered, will be slapped flat. Okay, as I said, dal and delit. Delit is door, but that's a sheet of the door, and that sheet of the door now will cover this light, put the light out. So, Vener Rashaim the Yedak. It's also found in Proverbs 24:19 and 20, and this is an exhortation on the part of the Solomon here in the Proverbs, telling us not to be angry, not to be envious, and then what will happen. And this is one reason I'm doing this studying today. In this world, it seems often that the evil guys are the ones that are at the head of stuff. And what happens? But where's this going? And the Bible is very clear that evildoers, people who are in it just for themselves or just to take control or wealth or fame or whatever it is, that will be extinguished. Okay, that will be the distinguished will become extinguished. Okay, so al tithar be me'arim. Okay, do not be angry. So this is actually angry. Okay, tahar, even though I know it's p around the ones who are growling. Okay, there sometimes the English translations put in a slightly weaker fret. Don't get agitated. But actually, this is outright anger, outright furor. Okay, so okay. Al tithar meraim. Now we're going to pick up the evil ones, the evildoers, a lot of times here. Meraim, merashaim, and then ra here, and we got rashaim again. So these are all parallel to each other. And two or three of them are plural. One of them is a singular here, but still the same thing. So al tihara mehraim, al tikane Rashaim, okay? Don't be envious. Do not be envious. These are both prohibition imperatives, prohibitive imperatives. Don't do this, don't do that. I see this quite constantly. And they are followed by a prefixed verb then. So, but this makes it an imperative. Unfortunately, Blue Letter Bible and other ones don't pick up the imperative here. They just put in the imperfect. No, this is an imperative. Al tikharar ra'im al tikane ba rashaim. So don't be envious for the wicked ones. Ki, now here's the reason. Ki lo tihye acharit lehra, because not, there is not, will be. So this is a prefix form of haya, okay? Hey, yod, hey, the very well-known verb of to be or exist. And there will not be, okay? So these are prohibitives, okay? Al, and this one's a result negative, okay? So this is the result. This will not happen then, okay? Ki lo tihye, and there will not be. Acharit. Acharit literally means what's behind us, but actually it means what's in front of us, okay? Aher means behind, but what's coming behind us, in other words, we're here right now, what's coming behind us, and we'll have to think of that as the future. And so there's not, will be a future, okay? There's nothing going to come behind those evil ones, okay? So aharit ra, of the evil one, okay? Dropped it here to singular, and I think because sometimes we just see a group of all evil people doing all kinds of bad stuff, but quite often when we do get angry, when we get envious or something, we're thinking of one specific person. But no, this person here that does not have a future. La ra. Ner, and then the lamp, again, result. Ner rashaim yid da'ak, the light of the evil ones will be extinguished. In other words, and just pulling up what the dalet here means, it's a door. It means a flat sheet of something. It used to be the flap of a tent as well, dal. And this then is the boom, slapped down on top of the ner, and the ner goes out. Boom, done. In other words, the Lord has a judgment day for all evil peoples, and at some point the light goes out and it's done, and judgment day comes, and those who have not been faithful to the Lord will suffer eternal punishment for it. And we find in James 1, verse 19 and 20, know this, my beloved brothers, let every person be quick to hear, fine, slow to speak, and slow to anger. And I've left the word, that's why I left in the Proverbs, I left the word anger there rather than just agitated, because it is true anger. When we are angry, the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. In other words, an angry man is working just on their own agitation, and so we have to leave judgment to the Lord, and it's our role then to work for righteousness and to do so in a very quiet and calm manner. So there's a place for anger, but the Bible is very clear: be angry, but sin not. In other words, it's the kind of thing that we show a very brief spurt of anger at somebody because they've done something wrong. Correct that person. If that person's corrected, fine. If not, okay, we move forward. We don't stay angry. Okay, we don't stay angry, and this is because if you stay angry, you just ruin your own health and your own well-being. So God bless and God sustain you in this day.